Let's go.
Hello, good morning. I'm Dr. GP in this emergency department. How can I
Yes.
help you?
Hello, doctor. Yes, I'm here for my son who's had vomiting and diarrhea, and so I came here about 2 hours ago. I have been waiting here, and he keeps vomiting, and he's just complaining of tummy pain, and he says his pain is too bad.
Okay. Well, how long has he had it?
It's been nearly about 2 days, 1.5 days probably.
Okay, and apart from this vomiting and diarrhea, has he experienced other symptoms?
Not really.
Like fever?
Maybe a little bit of fever, but not high. No.
Okay. How many times has he had diarrhea?
I think 7 or 8 times probably.
And all of them is watery diarrhea, not bloody.
Yeah. Well, no blood. No, there was no blood in the stool. No blood in the vomit. No, there was.
Okay.
The vomit was a little bit biley. It was a bit greenish in color.
I see. And can you tell me what you have done for it, for him?
Well, I tried to give him some Oralite, but
Very
he
good.
couldn't keep it down, and he kept vomiting.
He couldn't tolerate it?
No, because he was so thirsty. He had a few sips, and then he started to vomit again.
Okay. Don't worry about that. I think this problem is a common condition at this age, and I think your son is contracting to a viral gastroenteritis. Have you heard about that?
I know, yes, gastroenteritis. I know. So this means that it is caused by a virus. Is it dangerous, doctor?
Not really, because it's a common condition. Because your son can catch this virus from for example, kindergarten, and it's a common condition. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Yes. And now I try to give him oral hydration, and for 2 hours he can keep this fluid. It's very good for him.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. But doctor, I'm a bit worried because he looks very weak.
I really appreciate your worries, but I can assure you that it will go away after a few days with some rest. But your son can go home, but you go home. Is that right?
Yeah, doctor, but I'm a bit worried because there are some specialists in the hospital, but I'm on my own at home, so I'm a bit worried. Do you think you could keep him at the hospital? Because yeah, I want him to be safe.
I understand. I completely understand your worry, but now I'm keeping on my eyes, and your son can tolerate oral hydration, and this is a good sign. And it's not necessary to be hospitalized. Is that right?
Okay. That's fine,
Yes,
doctor. Okay.
but it's very important to seek your symptoms, like you're crying, for dehydration. It's very important.
Okay.
Like less passing water, or has a dry mouth, or no tears when he cries. These symptoms show the severe dehydration, and it's better to follow these symptoms. Is that
Okay.
right?
Is that okay? Yes. Yes. That's fine, doctor. Thank you.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me?
No, thank you, doctor. That's good.
You're welcome. Hope he feels better soon.
Thank you, doctor.
Uh, uh,
Okay, bye.
you're welcome. Goodbye.
Bye. Okay. Yes, how does that feel?
Good. My score is 6 to 7, I think.
Okay. 6 to 7 out of 10.
Yes, of course.
Okay. What did you do well?
My rapport is very well, because I identified myself as a GP in the emergency department, and how can I help you? And it's better to show and ask about the why you are conscious. You seem conscious, and why. It's better.
Consent.
Concern, yeah.
Consent. Okay. Okay. Information gathering was good.
Yes.
So your rapport was good, information gathering. So you asked, you explored, why do you look concerned? Or you look very concerned. Why is that? What is the problem? Okay. Did you explore the eyes?
Yes, about the viral gastroenteritis, and explore about that.
Okay. And information giving?
Yes, of course.
So what could be done better? What could be done differently? Because you said 6 to 7 out of 10. So what is it that you're losing marks on?
Yes, one of them is about chunking and checking. I think it's better to tell a short sentence, and after that check about this sentence, but I
Okay.
forgot it.
Right. Okay.
And part of degree, I think, darajati as hesitation. Yes, I have hesitation.
Yeah, some degree of hesitation. Okay.
Some degree of hesitation, yes.
Okay. What else?
My time is over, but I want to summarize this consultation, and it's better to summarize and reassure again his parents.
Okay. Well, you did, yes. But I think, yeah, I think you struggled a little bit in the end to convince the mother
Yes.
that it's not necessary to stay in hospital. One of them is establishing what the patient knows. Okay. Now, if you say, okay, well, what do you think we will do in hospital, or what do you think a specialist would do?
Oh, yes.
Okay, and the other thing is in exploring your eyes and addressing eyes. Okay, so you did explore
Excuse me,
eyes.
what do you mean you use more about the word addressing? What do you mean?
Address means to manage, to pay attention to, and to
Okay.
yeah. So, for example, we say there is a concern. We have to address the concern. It means we have to respond to it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So exploring eyes and responding to the eyes. So you explored eyes because the mother said. Um, is he safe? It's viral gastroenteritis, but he wasn't keeping down the fluid. Now, um, you did you ask why you think that your son needs to be in hospital?
No.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we had the expectation. The
Yes.
expectation was
It's better to explain about the why it's not necessary to be hospitalized.
yes. So basically, she says there is an expectation which is staying in hospital. Now we need to say why do you think? What are you worried about? Okay.
Yes.
So we can say what is your concern that you think, and then when you say what is your concern, she explains, and then you will find out what the idea is. Her idea is that hospital is better, is safer. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, the
And
concern is, yeah.
and after that, I as a doctor,
You need to
what?
address this.
Oh yes.
Okay,
Uh,
so
for how?
you say no. Is staying in hospital is not good. Okay, and what you're concerned about, no difference. Okay, the doctor says there's no difference in hospital or home,
Yes.
and then the idea is that hospital is safer. You actually say not necessarily safer. Why? Can catch other disease and other people might need the space. Okay,
Okay.
and best place is home. That's the safest place. Okay, so basically mm, if we explore, if we say, okay, so why do you think he's safer in hospital? And she says, because there are specialists here. Okay, so what do you think the specialists would do? Well, because they know what's wrong. And then you can explain, well, we know what is wrong, and basically, um, we don't do anything different from what you're going to do at home. Okay,
Yes.
so basically, uh, what uh, what we do is uh, to picture her request. Okay, to say that, well, you're asking for your son to be here to be safe, but in fact he is not safer here. He is safer at home because he might actually get a secondary infection here.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh, this is this was in my mind, but uh, uh, I cannot explain more about this condition, about the secondary infection.
Yeah, you can say he might catch another infection.
Yes.
Yep. So it is possible, or it is like it is there is a risk. It is possible, or there
Yes,
is
of
a
course,
risk. Okay, so that he catches another infection.
especially for children. Yes.
Okay, so yes. So if we, I think in exploring and addressing eyes, and therefore, I mean, basically, if you say, "What do you think a specialist would do?" So if you say that, she says, "Well, I don't know. Maybe they do some kind of treatment or another treatment or antibiotic or something." So then you can actually address that and say, "Well, what you expect is not actually in your uh, son's best interest." Okay.
Okay. Yes.
You said your son is contracting. Uh, your son is contracting viral gastroenteritis. Not is contracting. Your son
Contracts
has contracted. Okay, you need
has
to use
contracted. Yes.
present perfect. Okay,
Person. Yes.
and instead of we don't usually use contract in normal conversation. So we say your son has got uh,
Okay.
viral gastroenteritis. Uh, so he has got it. It means before now, but we don't say when. You said that he can keep liquids for 2 hours. He can keep for 2 hours. No, he has kept. Okay, again, it is present perfect.
Yes.
Okay, he has kept fluids down for 2 hours. You said I'm keeping on my eyes. What do you mean?
یعنی چشم بهش هست. فکر کنم که اصطلاحی از keep on on eye. Keep on eye.
I will keep an eye on him, or okay, not keeping on my eyes. I will keep an eye on somebody. It means I will.
فکر
Yeah.
I think for myself in my eye. فکر keep
No,
an
no.
eye. Keep an eye.
Yeah, keep an eye on someone. Okay, to keep an eye on someone, it means to look after, to just watch him. Okay,
Yes.
to keep an eye on someone. And how do you pronounce dehydration? Yes.
Excuse me. Can you write this note
Oh yeah.
about
Sure.
the keep an eye?
Okay.
Thank you.
Is contracting. She's changed to has contracted, or actually has got. He can keep for 2 hours. Needs to change to he has kept the fluids down for 2 hours.
Or he has tolerated.
Yep, you can say he has tolerated. Yeah, he has tolerated. Keeping on my eyes. No, needs to be keeping an eye on him.
Excuse me. I am keeping.
Yeah, the verb is to keep an eye on someone
Okay.
or something. Okay. So you can use it in any because you used keeping. I used keeping, but any tense.
Yes.
So
For
you can say,
example, I want to keep on an
yep,
eye. I think.
that's right.
Okay.
I want to keep an eye on him. Okay.
Yes.
How do you pronounce dehydration?
Dehydration.
Okay, dehydration. So it's not dehydration, it's dehydration. Okay, dehydration. Okay, and this part is louder. Dehydration. Okay.
Okay. Dehydration or dehydration?
D.
D. Yes.
Yeah, dehydration. Okay, dehydration.
Dehydration. Yes.
And less passing water. What do you mean?
Less water, passing less water. What? Oh, passing water less.
Yes.
Yes.
Passing less water. These are different, okay? Now, the less passing water is not correct at all. Passing water less means fewer times. Passing less water means each time there is less, okay? یعنی دفعات کمتری passing less water less یعنی کمتر میره دستشویی. Passing less water یعنی کمتر ادرار میکنه. اینجا کمتر میره، اینجا کمتر ادرار میکنه.
درست.
اینجا دفعاتشه، اینجا مقدارشه.
ولی اولی اصلا کلا غلط.
بله.
اوکی.
Okay. Severe. Yeah, you said, is that right, several times. Is that right means, is that correct? I think you mean, is that all right?
Oh.
Okay, means is that okay? Okay.
Yes.
Yep. So say that, all right.
Yes, of course.
Okay. How do you pronounce it?
All right.
No, all right, okay? مثل یرملونه.
Oh, yes.
All right, okay?
All right, okay.
All right. Good.
هر دو تا الش تلفظ نمیشه.
اصلا هیچ کدوم. شما
میگین تلفظ نمیشه، بعد دو تا ر
بله. شما میگین all right. بله. all right.
Yes. Okay.
اینجا عربی کم به دردم خورد.
Yes. How was about hesitation?
It's much better, I think. Yeah, it was. It is a big change. Yeah, it is much better. Okay, definitely. Yes. Right. Okay. So, yep, you did very well in rapport and information gathering. You asked questions, correct questions. You had a structure. The only thing that could be done better was actually to explore and address the eyes so you can better convince the patient. And obviously, yes, chunking and checking when you're explaining. Okay, good.
Thank you so much.